No. Just getting hyped every time that theme song come on. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Brunch Gimmick. I am Laurence Cartier. We are live. It is Sunday, July 20th. We just came off a massive weekend in wrestling. We got a little bit of a weekend off the next couple weeks. Then it's SummerSlam. Everything picks back up. First of all, how is everyone then doing today? Happy National Ice Cream Day, Zach. Fernando, buenos dias. Hope you're having a great weekend. Fernando, how are you doing? How's your afternoon or evening? Happy Evil Uno Day, Ophelia. It is Evil Uno's birthday. And at 5 p.m. before TNA, tonight, there is Mystery Wrestling live, free on YouTube, or Evil Uno's Twitch. It's on Evil Uno's Twitch account. It's his birthday today, and he's putting on a show to celebrate a mystery wrestling show, which, as now formally announced, they will be doing one right after the Sunday after All Out in Toronto. And trust me, I've been live to a mystery wrestling show. If you're in the Toronto area for All Out, make it a point of going. Those shows are, if you're like, stay the extra day, it's worth it. Like, yeah, definitely one of the more fun shows, and truly, you never know who quite is going to be there. It's always fun to see who pops up, especially after All Out. It's fair to assume a lot of the AEW staff and crew is going to be there. Good morning, Risa Mania. How are you doing today? Yeah, and we've got TNA tonight. Slammiversary with the return of today. Like, I'm actually so excited when they first announced this sort of like unofficial merger between the two, this working relationship between TNA and WWE. I hope that they would bring in more main roster stars to TNA, and the fact that they're starting with like AJ Styles, who is, if not the probably the first person everyone thinks of when they think of TNA. Like, it's like him, Samoa Joe, and weirdly probably Kurt Angle too at this point, and like Abyss. Those, like Christopher Daniels too. When you think of like prime TNA, it's rather exciting. Yeah, it feels like the most they've collabed on a show, because it's the most they've brought like big stars. You got Trick Williams, which, like, honestly, I've got it right here. Look at that. Mike Santana should be the one to win the match tonight. And our good friend Joel Pearl from Fightful Overbooked and In the Weeds did put a bet down that if Santana doesn't win, he is quitting his TNA post show. But yeah, the triple threat main event there, where it should be set, like everything looks like very much like it did for like Speedball last year at Slammiversary, where like hometown, like, been out promoting the hell out of it. They looks like they're doing an all-time gate there, which good for them. They are bringing, if not a complete sellout yet, nearly a complete sellout, and like doing record numbers for TNA, which is something I'm excited to see, because like it's great when every brand is thriving. That's all I want to see, is everyone be successful. It means potentially more money for wrestlers and better jobs for everyone. So I'm very excited to see that they're doing another, for a second year in a row, doing a record gate for Slammiversary. Yeah, Santana definitely riding a huge wave of momentum. Like, it should be him to take it. Like, I think Trick has done his job with that title, and like by bringing it, carrying it regularly on WWE programming. And I'm excited to see if, I hope this thing with AJ Styles is more than a one-off. I hope we see him more in TNA, or he's announced for a match at a TNA pay-per-view, or like with the TNA talent at WWE pay-per-view too. Because like, granted, he's on WWE, he's still in the middle of this feud with Dom Mysterio for the Intercontinental title. But yeah, it's very exciting time. I'm like very much pumped for that pay-per-view. I'm probably going to watch it tomorrow after work, because I do have to go to bed early today, so I work early tomorrow. But like I'm going to make a point of watching it tomorrow morning, tomorrow when I get home from work, because I'm very excited. I'm happy for TNA. Like it's like that whole card looks like it's going to be fun. There's a lot of different like interesting stuff. You've got people from other companies too coming in there, from independents. You've got Enzo, Bishop, and what's his face? The 1 millionth Zillafatu going to be on the card, going to be wrestling there. Like they're doing an invasion angle with them, so that there's a lot of intriguing stuff on that card. And like it definitely, I'm happy they get the Sunday to themselves, where neither AEW or WWE or like WWE won't counter program them at this point, but like neither AEW doesn't have a show, so they've got like a little bit more of a quiet weekend to do it, where they can grab the attention of the wrestling world, which hopefully they will. Hopefully they do good pay-per-view buys, and it, like the success we see for like the second consecutive year with Slammiversary continues. Because like it was going into this year, it looked like TNA might have been on a downswing, but it looks like they're starting to pick stuff back up. Yeah, like it's definitely like I'm definitely the old man on the old man schedule, because I know even if I order it, I would fall asleep. Also, before I forget, if you haven't, hit the like button on there. We're trying to get up in the algorithm. And if you for some reason haven't yet subscribed to our channel, or know somebody who hasn't, message somebody who hasn't, because we're about to hit 5K on YouTube. We're literally, I think, one away from hitting 5K on YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed, or know somebody who hasn't subscribed to Love Wrestling, do it now. We are very, very close to 5,000 on YouTube. I honestly think it's one person. I think we're at $4.99.99. Boris, how are you doing this morning, sir? Hope you're having a great weekend. Yeah, we're going to also talk about last weekend, which I didn't get to talk about because it happened after the show, the Women's Evolution card, which, my God, like everyone on that card almost took it as a challenge, how like they knew the build wasn't great, that they were being overshadowed by other stuff that weekend, but they put it as a chip on their shoulder, and everyone on that card ran with it and proved a point. And the fact that Triple H still doesn't quite get it yet is infuriating. Like, he should know that Evolution at this point should be a yearly pay-per-view. Not only a yearly pay-per-view, but a yearly pay-per-view with a build like a Big Four pay-per-view. I feel like that should be a special pay-per-view which gets a bigger build, because you saw it in the quality of matches. You saw it in the joy afterwards. Every single person on that card, like, you saw how happy they were and how much it meant to them. Like, yes, we're in the area where we're getting regular women's main events. Like we don't even think about it anymore that it's a big thing that they main event Raw or even a pay-per-view. But like we're still at the point where we're only getting like 2 women's matches per big pay-per-view card on both companies. Like every company's guilty of this. So that's why it's still special to have a all women's card where so many of the women who sadly get left off those big cards, or who only get like 1 or 2 pay-per-views a year, like a handful of pay-per-views a year, because of also like how Triple H books things with 5 matches. They all got a chance on a bigger show to show off what they can do, and they all ran. Like I'm going to go through the card because like from start to finish. Yeah, like, and they didn't need it. It's fine keeping legends in the crowd and for like different papers. Like I think just having Nikki Bella was smart. Well, and also Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus was there as well, Sandy. Exactly. It should be an annual event. It should be one of the mainstay pay-per-views from here on out. Like the fact Triple H was still iffy about it is weird to me because like it was clearly successful. Like as much as WWE got in their own way with this pay-per-view, it was a successful pay-per-view that everyone enjoyed. And that has like special meaning to everyone. Like it should be backed by the company fully. Like especially like you have young talent like Roxanne, who was like a child when it first aired, and have like the meaning for her to have a chance to perform on it, and what that pay-per-view meant for her when she was just coming up, just like getting ready to train to be a wrestler. Like seeing how much it meant to her there. But yeah, like we had like the Becky Lynch versus Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria match for the Intercontinental title. Great match. Like they absolutely like those 3 women, like Lyra Valkyria absolutely killed it, is a star at this point. And like her program with Becky and now with Bayley absolutely made her a star. Like you have Bayley, who like despite everything is still underappreciated, I feel, in WWE. Like somebody who can pop in anywhere and make anything work instantly, like is able to put her own spin on everything and find how best she can work it, and did so brilliantly in this feud with both Becky and Lyra. Like she is like one of the 5 tool players of WWE who, like, again, it goes back and forth. Like there are times when like Triple H knows what she has in her, but also takes her for granted at times. Like she should be given more of the times than what she's given. And Becky Lynch, who, despite what stupid people say on the internet, loves that locker room and loves everyone, and helped make Lyra Valkyria a bigger star in this feud. And like what a great match to have on the pay-per-view. And like it was smart booking. I think Becky Lynch is the right person to win, even if she like drops it at SummerSlam, the Intercontinental title. I think it was a good decision to put it on her. I mean, you like mentioned before, we had the other legend of Trish Stratus on the card versus Tiffany Stratton, and that was like again, I don't. It is like somebody online, like people online were like, I can't believe she looks at that 49. Like 149 is not old, and it's also Trish Stratus. Like Trish Stratus looked like an absolute star throughout, never ages. Really fun match. Like it's one of those like fantasy matches you think you'd only see and like you'd only be able to do in WWE 2K. And the fact she's back and like still so good, and like shout out to her training. Like she trains in Toronto for these matches. And like she does such a great job, and also like continuing to make Tiffany Stratton a star, because like the 2 people, like these are 2 people who are a lot of like who you want to see, you like think of like matchups. Like I want to see that matchup, and it was like again very smart to put it on the Evolution card. It got like the time it deserved. Like it's also the type of match that didn't need a big build because the build is right there. Uh, Also, like the women's tag match, the uh, Raquel Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss, who like, hey, what do I say about Charlotte Flair is like, it's the thing about professional, like when you're able to be vulnerable with people and show off more of your personality on screen, so much of the time, like it doesn't work for 100% of the time, but it does work a lot. And like the crowd will gravitate toward you. And to see the reception for Charlotte Flair was super nice. And like I went from like it does still feel like a thrown to like the millionth. I mean, that's fair, Sandy. We all have our favorites. Like I'm definitely turning around on her right now. Like I was, I I didn't hate her, didn't mind her. It's just like I was getting tired of her being in the main event picture, just because it's not so much her fault as the booking's fault. It's like it's their default response for Charlotte Flair is she's going to be champion when they like don't really have an idea. But like I think putting her in a tag team right now, and I think they should continue this for a while with Alexa Bliss because like again, it felt like the millionth like thrown together tag team, like the women's tag team, where it's like Zach years ago made a joke, like after I think it was after one of our WrestleMania post shows, being like, "Yeah, none of these women's tag teams we saw in this match are going to be together next year," and he was 100% right, because they do have a tendency of just throwing two wrestlers they don't know what to do with together, and I think they will at SummerSlam. Yes, I think they see what they have. Like during the match, for people who don't know, like the close of the match was Charlotte Flair saving Alexa Bliss uh, from a spear from Zarya. Again, like I'll talk about Zarya and Sol Ruka too in a second, but like that was perfectly executed, and like they really starting to have something special here. It feels like sort of like the women's version of like Sheamus and Cesaro, where like, they're gonna have them tag now, and then they're legitimately building to, I feel, something special here. If they keep to it and don't default to Charlotte is heavyweight champion, which I don't think I think Charlotte should be a tag competitor for like at least till the end of the year. Like I think they should continue this for a little bit with Alexa Bliss because like their chemistry is working. They're two bona fide stars who like stars for a while now in WWE, and like the fact that the heavyweight title picture is so crowded right now, and they've had that time. I think it works perfectly for them to tag right now and be tag champions. I think it just they stumbled into something great here, and it's a lot of fun to see. And also like Sol Ruka and Zarya, who are just both so talented. Sol Ruka's again next one up 100%. Like that soul snatcher she hit on Charlotte near the end was crazy. Like there was like no space, no real setup to it. It was almost like her version of RKO out of nowhere. Like there was very little space between Charlotte and the corner, and just like she got full rotation, hit it quickly. Looked great. Like when she makes it up full time on the main roster, she's going to be somebody who very quickly is going to be, if not like the United States or Intercontinental champion again, like it's not again, but like if not the champion there, she's going to be the heavyweight champion soon. Like Sol Ruka is definitely like there's so many women coming out of NXT right now. It feels like the time of like the Four Horsewomen where they've got so many people quickly coming out of NXT who can be heavyweight champion, who can be like heavyweight champion on the main roster. And like Sol Ruka is definitely one of them and had a great showing in this match. Again, like somebody who goes given opportunity here and made the most of it. Yeah, I probably like US champion first. That's it. I got confused. That's right. In my head, I got confused. Like she was a main event, main roster champion. No, it was the speed champion. Which last night on Saturday Night Love, our own Big Bad Boris showed all the speed matches on his channel on his show last night, and you can check out the replay of that. I think you can. It's a Twitch exclusive. You might be able to still see it on our Twitch. Also had the NXT Women's Title match. Speaking of people in NXT, like Jordan Grace, somebody who could instantly be called up on the main roster at any moment, and you could plug and place in that heavyweight title picture. Like, and I feel she's like they're probably gonna keep her there for a little longer in NXT, even though she doesn't need to. But like, I think they're telling a story for her with the heavyweight title picture and constantly coming up short. Yeah, and with her story with Blake now, who she lost by Blake turning heel, which again, like being friends with Blake in July, you're not actually friends with Blake. Like twice now in mid-July, she turns on her friends. But yeah, like another fun match. It looks like we're heading towards the coronation of Jade Cargill at SummerSlam. I almost think it's almost inevitable at this point that Jade Cargill is going to be heavyweight champion. I think everything has cleared the way for that, especially how the main event went of that show, which we'll get to in a second. But also we had the Women's Battle Royal, which was so much fun. Like the right person won there. Like Stephanie Vecker, definitely the person who, again, somebody who just came out of NXT, who immediately couldn't be heavyweight champion, who is a like immediate threat to any of the champions, and having her win was the smart choices. Like she needed one of those like big wins on the main roster, and like this is the biggest win on the main roster so far for her. So yeah, like I'm excited. Like again, Nikki Bella having a good showing, one of those matches was nice to see, and like somebody I wouldn't mind seeing on a part-time schedule, because like a lot of people give a lot of shit to like the Bellas, especially like online. Like people like, oh, why are these wrestlers saying, especially like the international wrestlers, why are they saying, oh, I'm here because of you? And it's very much because like a lot of the younger wrestlers came up watching Total Divas, and like that show did mean a lot to them, and it's like seeing the women struggle on there and talk about their lives. The Bellas also like did fight and push like for more inclusion on the use their, like, people forget how big their star power used to be. They were one of two of the biggest stars on WWE TV for a while, like female stars, and they pushed for more time in the ring and like use their growing stardom from Total Divas and use the show to push for more women's wrestling on television. So on WWE, like the women signed to WWE and like the international wrestler. That's why they say like, thank you for opening the door here for me. It's because they helped break down the door in WWE. Honestly, like, Nikki Bella is a good wrestler. Like I don't see, like, she's not a bad wrestler. She's a good wrestler. Like she still has like the powerhouse thing. She just also had to deal with a lot of injuries and a lot of neck issues, which was like, when you don't get a lot of reps in the ring early on in your career, and like throughout time, like she had to battle back twice from injury, from like debilitating injuries, and start back up. Like I don't like. I think she's a good wrestler. Like that. Like again, it's just differing opinions, Fernando. Like they do what they do. Like it is what it is. Like not everyone is like a 5-star wrestler, but they know how to work what they have, and she knows how to use her physicality, especially like her power in the ring against other wrestlers. Like I like I think Nikki knows like there's a reason why you have her there, and that's like she brings immediate like star power to matches, and like she's definitely like more of a powerhouse wrestler, but she's not like the go 40-minute type wrestler, which like again wrestling's a variety show, especially on WWE. Like you're going to get different things with different wrestlers, especially in the women's division. So like I definitely don't mind seeing them back on like a part-time basis, like as long as they're like they work big shows that brings viewers in, and like help. It's also like it means a lot to the women in the locker room because they are respected backstage, and a lot of people do want to work with them. So yeah, like I felt that was exciting, and like Stephanie Vicur was smart, and of course we had the main event of I mean, to a certain like, especially at that time, that's who WWE was hiring. But they still wanted to wrestle. That's the difference. Like, there's a lot of people who just wanted to use WWE as a stepping stone uh, to like modeling careers. Like, I did disagree with you there. Like a little bit that they did put in the work. That like there is people who did not care very much about the in-ring work, but they had the careers like starting outside of WWE, and they still were hell bent on working in the ring. And that like I respect the hell of that. Like they could have very quickly opted off their success and leave WWE for good and not come back. But they were getting other opportunities and still came back to WWE because they wanted to wrestle and they wanted matches. And even when they're doing like other promo stuff, they were talking about the different women they want to see in the ring and like advocating for other women too. Like they were legitimately angry when Bianca Belair got squashed by Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. Like there are other people who it's like who just sees WWE as a stepping stone to something bigger, or wrestling in general as a stepping stone to something bigger, and don't respect like the Bella Twins. To be fair, absolutely love the company and love wrestling, and like at that point they deserve some respect. But yes, main event, and boy howdy was their main event. Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley, which like there is. I love how they report this week that Rhea Ripley is a big star. You don't say, or a future star. Like absolutely killed it. They told an amazing story throughout the match as both their frustrations grew with each other. It was so brilliant. Like Rhea again doubting yourself in real time that like how am I not being this person? I have beaten everyone in this division. This one person I just can't get over. And like Io realizing that like, man, I might not be able to get it done this time. Like her that setting in near the end of the match of like, I can't get this done. And then having the cash in, which was so smart. Yeah, literally very few people saw the cash in coming till like right before it happened, when you saw there was a double down and you felt that anticipation growing a little bit. And like it was the right move. Naomi, it was like it doesn't feel like it, but like after the match, you found out that it was 7 years since her last heavyweight title, which is insane. Like it did not feel like that, but like, and then you realize, oh yeah, she was in TNA for like 2 years, which like the one thing about her time in TNA, or like a year-ish, that I was disappointed in was that she did not tag with Speedball, and they do the combination Speedball kick. Because like she straight up credits when she does the like Speedball kicks there that she straight up took it from Speedball. Like she had multiple times said that. And the fact that the TNA dropped the ball on that, either didn't have them tag or didn't have them wrestle each other, was like a little bit of a missed opportunity. But yeah, like she was gone in TNA. It's insane to me that it's been 7 years since she won a heavyweight title, and she was like they said it was the longest between heavyweight title reigns. And like, man, like especially that she came back and was like in the tag division too for a while. So it does make sense, but it didn't seem that long. Like, man, time really flies, and so deserving of that heavyweight title. I think it also, it was so smart to do it that way, because now it continues you can start up Io and Rhea right back, as Rhea like desperately wants to beat like the one thing she can't do. The like one thing in her career she can't do is beat Io Sky. And like, man, Io Sky, like no matter how cool you think you are, Io Sky is cooler than you. Like, just such an amazing talent, and get her having the opportunity to just show out on that card, on that main event with Rhea, and like building such a good rivalry between the two is so much fun to watch. And then Naomi coming in and doing the heel thing, like as much as the crowd is building and wants a conclusion to that match, the perfect like heel thing, and the fact that like, despite her being a heel, and she's doing a great job of shutting it down every time with people like cheering for her, like everyone is legitimately happy for Naomi. Just a genuinely good person in and out of the ring, and so deserving of that moment, and closing out Evolution with the heavyweight title. And like, I'm very excited with what the next few months hold for her, because like I can't completely trust WWE, but I had a feeling they weren't going to make her the first female cash in that didn't work, that failed. And like, I was so excited to see her win, and like the emotion on her face afterwards, and like that whole main event was so well done. And her heel work for the last few months has been so good, and to get the heavyweight title now, and now to move over to Raw, and it's smart to keep, like, because again, like months down the line, you can go back to her and Jade at Mania, or her, Jade, and Bianca at Mania. That, like, I think it's smart to move her away from Raw, like till next year, because like that can be a match that can be set up anytime. Like, that's a Mania match right there for the three of them, because their story is not finished yet. And like, I'm very excited for her future, and like what she's gonna do, like everything she's already doing with the title, like just even on Twitter with clapping back at Cardi B, and Cardi B's getting into it with her, like Jade and Bianca, like citing her friendship with Bianca. And it's very fun. Like, she's having a lot of fun with it. Like, her, even before the match, going to the shop and looking for her shirt, and there are no shirts, and tearing up Jade's shirt. It's just like smart business and a lot of fun. Like, she also had like the match right before, that brutal match, that like very hard hitting match with Jade, which she lost. And like, everyone thought because she lost that match, and because like she got put through the jaded through the table, oh, we're not going to see her for the rest of the night, she's done. And like, her still selling the injury, but like getting enough adrenaline to quickly take out Rhea, and then hit the moonsault on Io, was great. Like, I think the right person won the title there. I think Io has done a great job as champion. I don't think it's clearly not going to be the last time as champion, because she's just way too talented to not be in the main event picture constantly. But yeah, all in all, Evolution, I don't in good conscience see how you don't make this a yearly pay-per-view. Everyone wants it. Like, Big E, shout out to him for just being the best person. Pretty much like verbatim gave my sentiments to it, and spoke with a lot of great passion in defending the women and speaking up for the women. So like, the higher ups, like at the bare minimum, there is money to be made on a Saturday show or a Sunday show where you don't have anything booked. like just yet. You can plug this in and it's gonna like it's sold. Keep in mind there was a lot of competition that week, and like there was Beyonce happening that day too. There was a lot going on in town, and they still almost, or if not sold it out, almost completely sold it out, and very quickly with very little build. Exactly. I feel like we just need women on comment. Like that is their biggest. It's almost. It is so weird that like with like Renee, who did a really like who granted who not her first idea was to do commentary, and was dealing in commentary with Vince in her ear at all, yelling in her ear at all times, which is makes her job 1,000 times harder. But like it's weird that like the head bookers just can't see women on commentary, because it is egregious that we currently have no on any of the main shows, and both and all the like major companies right now, we don't have any women doing commentary. It is absolutely ridiculous. Like Lita can do commentary. You had Beth Phoenix in NXT, who only stopped because she wanted to like focus on her home life more, like focus on her family more. But like, yeah, you had Beth Phoenix who was doing great on NXT. You had Renee who was doing great. Like they should, if not hire people from the independents, like at least just like you do ring announcers, like start a farm system on NXT or Evolve, like add somebody to the Evolve team with Rosenberg and Mark Stone, I believe the other guy that's doing commentary for Evolve. But yeah, you can have her come like start working out the kinks on Evolve and then move them to NXT or main roster. Like we don't need 1,000 white dudes or 1,000 dudes to consistently, like, again, yeah, we've got women referees, like, and years ago the same sort of like thought with like they couldn't see women referees in the ring, but now they're mainstays and they're so great like throughout the card. The fact that the one thing where the women aren't represented is commentary, and like especially in an all women's card, like there are times where like some of the jokes feel, and like there's no shade to Cole or Wade Barrett who did a good job, but there are times like they do like some jokes which won't land as well when you're doing an all women's card, and like if a woman was there they'd do a better job and hit like the jokes better and stuff. Like it would like it's the one spot where they're falling short right now, and they should absolutely invest in a farm system of like women commentary team. Like again, I heavily doubt they're going to WWE anytime soon, but like the fact that AEW hasn't put Veda Scott anywhere is wild to me. Like the crowd for like 5-6 years now, since they're pretty much since their inception, everyone's been saying to hire Veda. So like AEW 2 would be smart to add like a Veda Scott or somebody else on commentary. Yeah, that's exactly the thing. When you said bouncy, like it was weird. Like, and also like when like, yeah, it would sound at least less creepy coming from a woman. Like it's just that stuff. Like despite themselves, it's just them. Like they don't mean anything by it, but like it just sounds off coming from them, especially when you're highlighting women's wrestling. Like that is something every company can use going forward. Is like that's why a show like Evolution is so important, because like it highlights not only the women there, but also in places where you can be better, and commentary is one. But yeah, all in all, a very, very fun show, which I hope WWE, especially in the coming years, invest more in. And like they know that this show means a lot to a lot of people, and it definitely should continue. But also this week, we got the fallout from All In, where it looks more, and somebody brought up a point, that we are probably heading into a time where weirdly in All Elite Wrestling, the elite are slowly not necessarily getting phased out, but aren't going to be on TV as much anymore or used as much, because like Kenny's taking a little bit of a leave of absence after his match, which again makes sense. I wouldn't be surprised. Like he's probably taking like maybe back in time for Forbidden Door, but I expect him to be back for All Out in Canada. And like you've got the EVPs, the story they're telling with no longer being EVPs anymore, which like I find is super interesting. We're ending in this time where the quality of AEW has been on a rise the last few months, and like you could tell the vibes backstage are way up, and everyone's like enjoying what they're doing so much more and getting better stories to tell. And like I think the AEW doesn't have to be so reliant, because like when it first started and you had a Kenny Omega injury, that was like absolutely deflating to the company. But now we're in a space where Kenny can take time off from AEW, and yes, it sucks, but like it's not deflating to the main event picture, because you have somebody who's killing it right now, like Hangman, and you have so many other people who are ready to go in that heavyweight title picture. Like the company is looking in the best position I've seen them in a while, from just like a creative perspective. And like I'm very excited, like especially going after All In and heading into like Forbidden Door and All Out the next couple months. They like the amount of talent you have there, you don't have to rely on the Elite anymore, or like Jericho, who like weird that the product got better when he stepped away and didn't suck up so much of the TV time. But yeah, like you don't have to rely on your older name brand talent, because you built the names. Like you've made the investment in names like Darby Allin. Like the pop for when Darby Allin came down for the ceiling was absolutely huge. Like you can now almost fully rely on your homegrown talent completely, and like continually to add in new talent from other companies from Japan and plug them in, and just using the and like having them come against your talent there. Like they have it's just like any sports team, their farm system's paying off. They've been building this. It took time. They have to rely on especially when first coming out, they had to rely on older stars, but now they can lean more on their younger stars, because they are now like name brands on their own. And like that's where I think AEW is really going to start taking off, because it's literally with a reverse of what WCW did. It's funny that they just recently passed WCW as the longest running show on Turner, because WCW did almost the inverse, was they had this young talent, the young exciting talent, like the Eddie Guerreros, the Rey Mysterios, who weren't given the heavyweight, like that main roster thing, because they focused, especially in the later years, focused entirely on the aging stars of yesteryear, and it led to their failure. Whereas AEW has learned the mistakes of the past, being like, oh, we did it. We got what I did make a promise on Twitter. Let me just see. I'm going to confirm. I've got to make sure. I'm going to hear myself in my. Look at that. 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. Oh my God. That is exciting. I did make a promise on Twitter where I'll do a shot of Terramana tequila, so I'm going to have to get up and grab my bottle of tequila. I'll do that to close the show. 5,000 subscribers. Very exciting. I'm so happy we were able to do it. This is huge for the channel. We've been like just speaking about AEW. Like I started in the summer of I keep saying 2021, like a few months in. Like I was on the first Quizplex, which by the way, huge Quizplex coming up on Tuesday, with Ali Catch, with Gigi Ray, with one of the members of the Four Jobbers, and with Matt Viviani. We have a fatal four-way for our Quizplex crown coming up for the Canadian Cancer Society, which means a lot to me personally. Sadly, it means a lot to a lot of people because so many people have been affected by cancer, and we are raising money for the Canadian Cancer Society. So if it's the quiz game where the questions don't matter, so if you have, make sure to tune in on Tuesday, and if you can, donate a little money. The proceeds will be going to the Canadian Cancer Society, and you can help your favorite player win in. You can help boost up Ali Catch, as she is apparently very nervous about her quiz abilities. Which again, and this one doesn't matter as long as you get people to donate. But yes, thanks you everyone for 5K. Like, as somebody who's been here for 4 years, the watching this channel grow has been so much fun. And like stuff like that, hitting 5,000 on YouTube means we can do more stuff, gives us more credibility with other companies. Like, we still very much want to work with AEW and do the AEW pressers. So like, this gives us a lot more credibility, and we appreciate every single one of you for hanging out in our chat every week, for retweeting our stuff, for making sure to comment, to like, so more people see our things and stuff we're able to do, and do all the silly stuff we do on this channel, and just hang out and chat wrestling with you guys, because it means the world to us to every member of the Love Wrestling team. And yeah, I'm very happy I got to be here for that, because I joined as when I won, not long after I won the first Quizplex competition. I won the first ever Quizplex. Then I was doing the NWA post show a little bit every so often with Zach. And yeah, not long afterwards, I joined as an official member of the Love Wrestling team. And like the fact we hit another milestone is huge for us, that this channel keeps growing. And the fact that you guys aren't sick of us yet means the world to every single one of us. So thank you, everyone in the chat, for being here. And I will do a shot of Terramana. I'll get up in a minute and go grab the ball. I should have had the ball next to me. I grabbed the shot glass, but I forgot the ball. But yes, thank you guys so much. Oh, man, it's very cool. We're all very, very happy. And we're going to be pushing out more content soon. And hopefully we're going to get more interviews for you guys, more fun stuff, Steve, coming up soon. But yes, AEW, a lot of fun. What's the last thing I want to talk about? I had it up on my thing and I forgot. I'm going to check my own. I wrote it down, so give me 1 second. Oh, yes, the John Cena Cody promo from last night. See? Which caused... So looks like we're headed in, despite WWE's loose interpretation of contract law. It looks like it's 100% official that we're getting John Cena versus Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. But it did have a weird divide because of a weird cinematography choice WWE decided to make in the middle of the thing, where they sort of had them fused together. A lot of people felt that because of that, it's where Cody became a heel and John Cena became a babyface. But like, watching it, nothing John Cena said was babyface. Like, it was him fully being a cowardly heel and trying to find a way to back out of a second match with Cody Rhodes. It was John Cena being scared of Cody, and Cody losing, like having that last draw of like, I'm not getting played around with you, John. You're not leaving with this title. Like, this is a guy, John Cena's whole thing was threatening like the whole legacy of the WWE title, something that means the world to Cody. It was literally his whole story was winning that title, and John Cena threatening to take it away at the end of the year. So yeah, it makes sense that Cody Rhodes is angry and put him through a table. Like, at least on paper, on screen, other than that one editing choice, I felt zero reason. Like, I watched it 3 or 4 times. I'm like, I just don't see it where one became heel, one became babyface. I think in the match we might see it more in his actions. Like if we see Cody start to get more desperate and cowardly, and like we see the roles reverse of like Cody kicking John in the nuts, and like hitting him with the title. And it, like if they like at the end of the match to like screw John out of the title, then maybe we see a Cody thing. But like I personally do not see, at least after that promo, a Cody Rhodes, like the beginnings of a Cody Rhodes heel turn. Like like it like I could pause, like if they, it depends on the match. If they do it, if they find a way during the match where John Cena is able to garner sympathy throughout it, and Cody is just getting more and more frustrated that he can't beat Cena, and eventually has to do something cowardly or do what John's been doing this entire time, which is like hitting people in the nuts and hitting him with the title. Like he has no choice but to turn. And in his head, like it would make sense because Cody would think he's doing it for the right reasons. Would be to protect WWE and keep the legacy of the WWE title in house. So to me, it makes sense. Like it would make sense that way, but like I think it's going to come down to the match if we start. But like so far, other than that one editing choice, we haven't seen a much heel Cody. Yeah, like he's their most over babyface. Like it makes no sense for them to turn both their most like over baby faces in the same year, in the same month, as like they still have like a few shows to tell the story of John Cena turning back into a babyface. Like I could possibly see it during the match, but like again, turning one of your major merch sellers and the face of your company, like the guy who's literally on the Minute Maid boxes now in the States, doesn't make like it would surprise me a little bit, but also like it would make sense if they do it well during the SummerSlam match. Like it would be the type of thing that SummerSlam is specifically built for. Like it's one of the things you do in one of your big 4 pay-per-views. But yes, before we wrap things up, I'll be right back in 1 second. I'm going to grab my bottle of Terramana tequila. I truly hate tequila. So I did promise that if we hit 5K, I would do it. I will. Let me see. Do I have a, we'll be right back? I think I do. There we go. 1 second. Loop. What music? What music should I use? No. Yeah, all right. We're back. So I just want to, like, from everyone at the Love Wrestling, see, I'm not kidding, literally fresh bottle that I've never touched because I do not like tequila and bought it for the goof. Can I open this bottle? Pop. Oh, I'm going to hate myself in a minute. Thank you to everyone for 5K. And here's to 5K more and a bigger future for Love Wrestling. Thank you, everyone. Sandy, Ophelia, Fernando, for hanging out once again this week with me. Cheers. God, I hate tequila. Oh, not bad. Yep, I am who I am. Of course, it's a Montreal Canadian shot glass. Ooh, honestly, not that bad. That's good shit. That mana, baby. Now I'm in the sudden mood to whip Cody Rhodes. So that will do it for this week. Thank you, everyone. Again, please tune in Tuesday. I don't have the media assets here for it. No. Either way, I have an old Quizplex on there. But this Tuesday for the Canadian Cancer Society, we are raising money during Quizplex. It will be Ali Catch. It will be Matt Viviani. It will be one of the members. I didn't see which one. One of the 4 jobbers. And it will be Gigi Ray in a 4-way. Jason, who I'm assuming his last name is not Voorhees. We did not summon Jason Voorhees for this, as I'm not sure his knowledge of wrestling trivia is very good. His knowledge of murdering teens, very good. His wrestling trivia might not be that great. But yes, please, it's supporting the Canadian Cancer Society, which also weirdly, to bring it to a wrestling connection as well, C4 Wrestling in a few weeks, next month, is doing their yearly show Fighting Back for the Canadian Cancer Society, and Evil Uno does a Twitch stream the week before to raise money. So it's a big time to do that. And just so happens that another company is also raising money. Yes, like personally, I've had several members of my family deal with cancer, so it is a charity that means a lot to me personally. One of them is actually right now, and the Canadian Cancer Society helped them out with housing while they're getting radiation treatments. So if you can, tune in. It's a fun time. Zach and Spencer do a great job with it. And it's going to be a crazy show with, as you see, everyone on this, like, it's going to be a very entertaining pub trivia show. Please do yourself a favor after NXT on Tuesday night. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to do it for me this week. You can catch me at CartCNDG on all the socials. And yeah, you can find me back here next week, same time, same place. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week. Thanks again for 5K.